What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dope channel. Today we are going to be installing a wideband O2 sensor on Zach over here's 2014 Silverado with a 5.3 LS. So we're going to kind of show you how to set it up, how to run all the wires. Yeah, maybe we might be able to do that.
The instructions have one too many pages for me to understand.
So we actually already have the gauge preset into the little trim piece here.
Yeah, I guess
it's pretty good.
The
headlight switch kind of mounts right over here on the left side of the steering wheel.
That's the only place you can put it that it won't look dumb hanging or stuck to the dash or something like that.
Right.
Because I hate these ricers out there. Put the goddamn 17 gauges right here in your pillar and you got 14 colors going. That shit is annoying.
So dumb. So yeah, we're going to show you how to run wires down to the headers. Yeah. Now actually install the O2 sensor. Bunghole. We're also going to show you how to find 12-volt power source in your fuse. Switch power.
Yeah, switch power.
In your fuse panel, BCM, smart junction block, whatever you'd like to call it. And yeah, go from there. All right, guys, we thought it might be helpful to tell you how to find your switch power in one of your fuses, rather.
You want to have it on switch power because if it's hooked to the battery all the time, it'll just run all the time. So what I always do to find it is I just stick it in a fuse, the little tail, see that's hot, with the key not in, so I don't want to use that one. But what I noticed was there's a tab sticking out here for a 3-prong fuse that's not used because this is a work truck model, so it probably has something that's supposed to run if it was fancier. So if you put it there, the key's not in, it doesn't do anything. Now when I put the key in and then hit the ignition, it lights up and turns back off with the key. So that tells me that that's a switched power, which is what I'm going to use. And you can use a test light or a voltmeter. If you use a voltmeter, you just have to basically negative to the body somewhere and then hook it positively to whatever fuse you're looking at. Whenever you get 12 volts with the key on, it'll be your switched power. Either way it works. I just use a test light because it's easier and it has one wire. And I hooked it to here on this stud because all this gauge needs to make it work is power and ground. Unless you want to hook up, like the blue wire does like some kind of data logging shit, and this one does something like if you have an AEM Infinity computer, and this one does something. I don't need any of those because this is a stock computer and stuff, so all I have to do is hook up black and red, which is power and ground, and it'll run the fuse, or run off the switch key fuse. And I hooked the test light to that stud because that's where I'm going to check the ground, put the ground wire. I'm going to put a ring terminal on it, and put it on there. So that way I know that ground is good also. So that'll be everything that I need is just that stud and that little fuse, that tab up there that's above that fuse. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right above that fuse is an open tab that's probably supposed to have a 3-prong fuse if it's a fancier truck. So that's what I'm going to use.
All right, so back with a little update here. We just mounted or connected, whatever, our power and grounds down there like we said.
It looks real good.
High quality
that's all
heat shrink we got
at the house right now, so that's how it's going to work, and it's not like if the engine will blow up if this falls off.
So now we're just going to test to make sure that the gauge works and our power and ground is accurate, whatever.
So we just plug in this wire set to this flat plug on the gauge, that, and then we'll put the key in. Oh, Billy.
Boom.
And we haven't hooked up the O2 yet, so it's just a sensor. But once we get all that worked out, then it should read whatever's in the exhaust. Man. This might literally be the hardest thing I've ever tried to weld in my life. The angle I'm at is just insanity.
What, right there, or just because of the bump?
The truck's not high enough.
Oh, yeah. That also did affect shit.
to this whole top section here. Weld through them. I'm gonna try and watch my weld in the mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I can reach it. There and there. I can weld it with using. I'm gonna watch the mirror to weld it. Something I learned in school. It is. All right, now I'm gonna watch the mirror so I can weld the back of it. Hey, Brian. I'm trying to weld up my bunghole. Okay, so I got the bunghole welded in, which looks like ass, and I know it, but it'll be okay. And it's bad. Anyways, I'm at a goofy angle here, so I got to run this wire for the oxygen sensor up and bring it through somewhere. I have to find a grommet or something in the body. I might come over here and run it with this harness here. There's a harness here. Run it up and then it'll go in the wheel well and shit, and then I can put it through the grommet in the body and put it inside to the gauge. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll run it over the top of the header and over the, I'll probably tie it to these lines, these fuel lines here, and then run it over the top of the frame and put it with this harness, and then I'll run it up through there. I'll get a coat hanger or something and fish it up through there and then pull it through into the cab, and then we'll hook it up to the gauge, and then it should all work. So
You're paying attention.
let me pull this. What do you say, boss?
So if it's 50 degrees at 9 o'clock at night, how much snow are we going to get next week?
That's a good
Fucking bike's on fire, dude.
vape god over here.
There.
Over here, Brian. Clouds. Hey, you gotta be getting nervous with that coyote, right?
That coyote.
Matt thinks
Not quite.
Matt thinks this is gonna run a low 12, like this. Once it gets tuned, I was like,
Would you run
Like a,
last
like
time?
a high
Low
zero.
14.
Well,
I don't even think it's gonna get into the 12s.
We went 13.
I
well,
went 14.2. This
hold
truck
on.
has been 13.9, but it went 14.2
well.
that night.
Matt does like to over exaggerate his numbers.
Yeah, his car's not running with 10 because he can't ship.
Dude, that's just a little
You're
over
welcome,
2
man.
seconds, though.
That's going in the video for sure.
That's a good, I don't know.
No, his car does run 10 though. I've seen it on video.
It must have been on the internet, it's true.
Okay, everybody left, and it's done. It works. So where I left off, I was showing you where I was going to wire underneath. And if you take the camera and look, see that there's a gray clip right there. That's the harness for the O2 sensor, which was nice. This harness on the truck has these wire clips in it. There's one underneath in the wheel well too, and it's clipped into that over the frame, clipped into that, and then it runs up along the booster wire underneath the booster, and then it's right here, and it goes through this grommet, comes through the firewall, okay, and then it comes through above the box there. This box that comes through that grommet runs up and runs through here, and then it's behind this panel, wrapped up, and it plugs into the gauge right there at the headlight switch. I wasn't supposed to show you that. So, don't worry about what that was. I won't have to tell you anything else. And here, hold that light again. I will turn it on for you. I left the plastic on there because Boosted Boy says that makes you a gangster. This truck has a Brian Tooley VVT cam, so it still has VVT, and it has a 3200 stall Yank SST truck converter. And as you can see, it runs about right at idle. It's kind of jumps around some, but it also chops because it's not tuned. So hopefully that video was somewhat informational, so that way you can maybe install your own wideband. It probably isn't super great, but maybe it is. Thanks for watching. That's Michael.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to ring the bell.